Hello, I'm BMillzebub, and welcome to my channel. There are plenty of things that get under my skin, but I don't think anything gets under my skin quite like taking advantage of people who are having difficulty in life. This is doubly so if the people being taken advantage of are children. This is where a website called prisonfellowship.org comes into play. As noble as it may be to support a camp for kids who are having a hard time in life, I take serious issue with pushing religion on those vulnerable children. And Angel Tree Camp, which is a camp being supported by prisonfellowship.org, points prisoners' kids to Jesus. So let's take a look at the story I saw advertised by this website on Facebook. This is Nina. She seems a sweet enough kid just going by the picture, so what's Nina's story?
Camp was exactly what Nina needed. Can you even imagine being a kid and not knowing what summer camp was? As unbelievable as it may seem, that was Nina's reality. She was the child of a prisoner. There were a lot of things she never got to do. But when Nina was 8 years old, she got a letter in the mail. And when Nina and her mom opened the letter, they found out Nina had just been invited to spend a week at an Angel Tree camp. She was nervous. It was her first time away from home, but before long, Nina was having such a great time that she forgot all about being homesick. She had a blast on the zip line. She fell in love with swimming, rock climbing, and canoeing. Nina wouldn't have been able to experience any of those things if it hadn't been for Angel Tree camping. Camp became Nina's safe place. I remember struggling to fit in at school. At camp I fit in, she says. Her counselor was like an older sister she could talk to about anything. But what Nina remembers most about camp is the impact it had on her relationship with Jesus. I went to church with one of my mother's friends, Nina recalls, but there was no one my age, and it really wasn't geared to what I needed at the time, so I wasn't that excited to go. Camp was different, she says. Camp helped show me who Jesus really is. Nina also says, I loved the camp songs. I would learn them and sing them at home all year long. She credits Angel Tree camping with keeping her centered during her difficult teenage years. I don't know if I would have stayed following Jesus if it wasn't for camp, she says. It helped me to have somebody checking in on me like, hey, you know God still loves you. Camp kept me connected to God and kept me growing in my relationship with Him.
What Nina needed wasn't a relationship with every Christian's favorite imaginary friend. What Nina needed was a supportive community of people. What she needed was a good friend to let her know they loved her, not someone letting her know that some deity that doesn't exist loves her. She was a kid who needed a friend or two. And as someone who had a fairly difficult time as a teenager, I can speak with some authority on that. But children who are in a difficult place in life aren't the only targets of prisonfellowship.org. They also go after adults who are incarcerated. So as you can see, this is an organization that specifically targets the vulnerable. A lot like pretty much every other religious organization out there. Because going after people who are in a good place in life is more difficult. They don't have a sore spot these organizations can hit as easily. This behavior is truly reprehensible. If this were just a site that helped kids go to camp who had parents who were incarcerated or gave legal aid to people who were incarcerated, I might even try to donate. But since they push religion on kids and the incarcerated who are at their most vulnerable, I had to say something about this. But that'll do it for this one. If you enjoyed the video or found it informative, give it a like and subscribe to the channel if you haven't already, and click the notification bell to get notified whenever I upload a new video. If you feel so inclined to help me out, consider giving to my Patreon, where I plan on doing a monthly patron-only live stream or hang out, or get something from my Amazon wish list. Don't forget to follow me on Twitter, linked below, to keep up with all my comings and goings, and join my Discord for a chance to talk to yours truly. Take it easy, everyone, and I will see you all in the next one.